one of the most challenging aspects of this modern day and age is choosing what to care about, because you have about a billion options at your disposal, a billion different things that you could choose to care about and choose to spend your time worrying about. You gotta pick your poison, and it's tough, dude. It's overwhelming, you know. The best thing to do is to not care and to let go of everything. But I don't know if that necessarily works, because you at least, at the very least, you have to care about like your own well-being and maybe your future if you're like that. I mean, probably a bad example from my end because I don't really care about my future. Things are just gonna have to magically happen, but like it's exhausting, dude. I literally would love to just let go of everything. We're not there yet, but that's a skill that I think you can learn. It's possible, dude. Because if you look around, nobody actually cares. Like adults, all these adults and kids, they're all just doing their own thing. They're all just passing through life, and most of the time, they're not going to cause you any harm. They're just they don't care. Like you see someone tweaking out in the street, and you're just like, damn, that's a tweaker. maybe you maybe you take a video and then you move on. But it's like all these things that happen are eventually forgotten. There's always a big buzz, some new, the most new relevant video game is out and everybody's making a big buzz about it, and then like a few days later, like it's back to the routine. you know it's like, why would you willingly choose to subject yourself to this show that's always being put on? There's always something to get excited about, something. You can go on Twitter and you can look at all the politics and just like you can just go crazy, type in paragraphs left and right about all these things that are happening. Like, I don't know, dude. What do our priorities lie? Like, I'm really just trying to find any reason to give a shit about where I'm at right now, but I really don't, and I'm weirdly content with that right now, which is probably a bad thing. All this is just bad. I'm speaking from a place of deep confusion. Um, but I guess I'll tell a story from last night where I'm chilling with my homies and we're talking about some drama that involved some of our other homies. And we've had this conversation a few times. It's like the drama's already happened and the pieces are already in place, and but I guess there's development still. But the point isn't about what it was about. It was about that, like, I really didn't care. Like, I basically provided nothing to the conversation because I wasn't even annoyed with them for talking about it. I just literally didn't care. It was weird. It was kind of like freeing in a way. It caused me no strain, no issues, to just completely let go. I do not care about this situation, this drama, even though it involves, people that I care about. It's like, it's not my problem. And I mean, you could say that it kind of is because it involves the drama involves like kind of the friend group at large ish, but I'm really not directly involved in any of it, thank God. And so it's just been really nice. It was just really nice to just kind of sit there and listen, see what folks had to say, and just kind of watch the chaos unfold from a distance. I think that kind of mindset is what needs to be applied to the larger course of my life. But I have a problem with that because I need to take some agency in life if I'm gonna get anywhere. But if I just let the tides wash me over, then I'm just drifting. So it's weird, but I also don't really care. It's a weird position, dude. Um, you know, I really don't know what to care about, why to care about things. What value does it bring? It's like the world could collapse, and it's just like stoicism, man. I'm just gonna watch it unfold. There ain't nothing else I can do. All these clown shows going around. It's like I just look at it and then I move on because that's all you can do. There's no reason anymore in trying to get some personal stake or personal gains in any of this shit, dude. It's all just a coping mechanism, man. Just, everybody, when we're talking about drama, everybody wants to chime in, to say what they think. But like what good does that? You're just screaming into a void, man. It's just like, I don't know. I'll probably text. I was thinking about texting the homie that the main drama concerned. Like, I took some notes from that night. Nobody was looking, but I took some notes about some of the things that we were talking about, some points that were being made, and I think I'm gonna privately bring it up to him, to this homie in due time, and get his side of the story, because all we had was biased perspectives. I think maybe that's why it was so pointless. Why I didn't care. I've heard it all before. All right. People maybe are insecure and, biased and all that, but it's not going to change. It's not going to matter, dude. Who cares? The friend group's already pretty messed up, the larger one. All right. We're just in separate groups now. Who cares? Like, what's the worst that could happen? All right, I'm still going to wake up the same tomorrow morning, and then the next day, and the next day. I'm going to do the same routine that I always do. Like, why do I care about any of this shit? All right? It's like, worst that can happen is I lose people. Okay? That's happened before. I'm not, I'm kind of a loser, but I'm not a full loser. I can make new connections. I know people, And if not, then I'm alone for a little bit. And that's great, because I love being alone. I don't know, dude. Absolute schizo rant. But, what should I care about, dude? Should I care about going to parties in college and trying to meet as many people as I can? When I had a roommate last year, my mom always asked me if I was, like, hanging out with my roommate and, like, being friends with him, basically. And no, we didn't really, we were nice to each other, but we didn't really click like that. And, I kept telling her that over and over again. And it was just like, I don't know, man. She I guess she expected me to, be a little social butterfly and branch out and do all these things, join all these clubs like she did. But I literally don't care. And if I regret it, then that's fine, because there's already so much I regret already. There's so much. It's like add on to the pile of things that I regret. I'm still alive. None of this shit matters. We all put way too much emphasis on all this trivial shit. And maybe that's like I'm turning into a sociopath, but those are the thoughts right now. And this is maybe going to age badly, but it doesn't matter. You got to fuck around and find out. Maybe you shouldn't care about fucking around and finding out, If I have a bad take, guess what? I get criticized, and then the world moves on. I don't know if the message here is like good or bad, like a positive or a negative one, because having no emotional stake in anything can be very like freeing, but also I don't know, kind of feels empty as well. I'm just the most. You know what it is? I'm just the most ultimate self-aware being. I'm just the most self-aware thing that could ever exist. That's me. I'm the mediator. That's my role. I'm in the middle of everything. I get to watch both sides clash and fight. And I get to point out what I think is right and wrong. And the devil owns the fence, but hey, there's lessons we can learn from the devil as well. The fuck, man. Alrighty. This is ridiculous. Alright. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.